Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on So Many Books, So Little Time by Diamond Art Club. It's a 56 by 109. It has 53 colors. And I think today we are going to finish. I think this is the halfway point. I really do. And we're halfway through the year. So you would think, hey, that means you're going to get it done before the end of the year. But the problem is when I started this at the beginning of the year, I was already like, oh, not far, but probably the second row in. So we're going to start with the container number 9, which is DMC 321, and it's that funky sign right there. Okay, so today is the day after that I did the other one. I was like, you know what? Just do it. I ended up being able to do an extra 3 videos upstairs. Like instead of just the one yesterday, I ended up doing 3. I did 2 for Patreon. I thought the sketch was going to take me forever, but I got a system. I just did a lot of little pieces on the 2-page sketch. And so I was like, oh, this is going to take forever. I don't know if I should try to zoom out a little bit of this because it feels like it's all the way in. Okay, the edges, like the 2 ends, are the ones I find the hardest to line up with the camera and that I can actually see what I'm doing and all that good stuff. Like basically you guys are in between me and this. So I got to go around so that I can kind of see, but I'll try to make it work. So went to soccer last night and we left. It was around 5. It looked really cloudy and kind of threatening. So Dave was like, oh, I hope it doesn't rain. Well, he doesn't just finish saying that. It just starts pouring. I'm still drinking my coffee. We're, halfway to Mason's house. I'm like, oh, great. I should have stayed home. I could have got another video done, like I could have edited. I have a video to put out tonight. I could have edited that, Anyway, so we get to Mason. It's still raining. So we go to the soccer field. They say, oh, it's canceled. I was like, oh, we just drove 25 minutes. Like, they couldn't have canceled it earlier, But anyway, whatever. She's like, but if you guys want to go and kick the ball for a bit, that's okay. It's just if you get hit by lightning, we're not liable. It's like, it's not even thunder or lightning. Not even a little bit. By that point, it had stopped raining. But from Mason's house to the field, which is like 8 minutes, it had stopped raining. So a lot of people that ended up showing up, they got back in their vehicle and left, right? Now there's a group of kids, they were like, wow, we wanted to play soccer. So they ended up just playing all together. So they ended up making like 2 teams of, 4 or 5 players. It ended up, the kids, which they're normally not on Dave's team, came to him and the parents came to him and said this was more fun than their soccer normally. So they had a blast. That's all that matters. Mason got in the truck. He was soaking wet, like his hair, not from the rain, just because they had no subs. They only had enough kids so he played, and instead of an hour, they played for an hour and a half. So did they get more out of it? Probably. And Dave was showing them, how to throw in the proper way and to spread out, and they had a blast. I stayed in the truck because it was still a little wet, but I could see them. But that way I was able to put an audiobook on, and I was listening to an audiobook while I was watching them. And so it was good. It was good. So they ended up, it's supposed to be 6 to 7. They ended up staying till 7:30. And then we had to drive. Well, we went and got Mason a Frosty because he was just a small one. And then we drove him home. And by the time we got home, it was 8:30. So the evening is done. Dave said, do you want to watch something? And I was like, no, I still had to edit the video that I had done yesterday for diamond painting and then put it up. And then of course my computer was full. I had to delete videos, make some room. It's always a big, when you think it's going to be like an hour, it's always more. So I think I finally got it up by 10 or something like that. It was late. It was late, but I almost worked until the time it was time to leave. I think I stayed upstairs filming till 3:30. And then by then my back was killing me. So then I came downstairs and then I put heat on my back. And I only watched like a video or two. I think I read a little bit. And then it was time to go. So we didn't even have supper last night. I was just too tired to eat. So tonight I said, do you think you can stop and get stuff to make doniers? And I'll make him a list later and I'll get him to buy stuff so we can have doniers for 2 nights, and maybe we'll have doniers tonight and tomorrow night. And then I don't have to worry about supper. Tonight and tomorrow night, because tomorrow night I have Lexi. And that's why, you know, if I can get ahead, and that's another thing, I want to be able to get ahead on my videos and stuff, and then I can take a day and dedicate it to filming stuff that I, you know, what's for supper, and then do a whole bunch of freezer meals. And then I'll have a bunch of freezer meals in the freezer, and then I don't have to worry about it for a little bit. And then another day, maybe I can do, you know, meatballs. And then another day, maybe I can do soups, because soups freeze good too. Or what I can do is do, you know, 1 soup a week and wait till I have like 5. So it would take me 5 weeks to make that video. Do you know what I mean? And then upload that video once I'm done. So that's all things that are coming up. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. Now I have, you know, my pages, because I went to a day crop and I was able to make 11 pages. So that was 11 videos. So I'm good for 11 weeks. And I think I'm going to run out the week of the next one. So by then it'll be okay, because then I'll be doing, let's make page kits for my next crop. You know what I mean? And then I'll, the week after, I'll have videos again. So, yay. So I'll try to go to those at least every 2nd month, right? So that I have videos. So I have videos. Okay. Yahoo! Let's do this. And, oh, I guess there's some up there. There's a couple here that has little burrs on it. And I think one of the reasons I like scrapbooking so much is I start a layout and I get it done, right? Like this, I love diamond painting, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. But it's faster than cross stitch, I'll have to say. And that's why I started doing this instead of cross stitch, because I love cross stitch. But man, one, it's so small, it's so hard on the eyes. Maybe, I don't know, I was gonna say maybe later, once I'm truly retired, you know, I'll find time to do that. Maybe I'll get some, you know, equipment so that it's not hard on the back. I can see, you know, the magnifying glass so I can see better, all that stuff. But I got diamond painting, so I can't see. And I'm not gonna buy any more diamond painting until I make a good dent on the ones that I have. So that could be years, you know, and maybe, okay, so now we're moving to container 30. It's the arrow down and it's DMC 814. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe once I'm truly retired and, you know, I'm not making videos and you know, maybe I'll have stopped Patreon and I haven't done classes in a bit. That's another thing, you know, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna work that into the schedule to do a class? Just a girl trying to figure it out here, you know, try to figure out life and keep a balanced life, you know. Drink a coffee, because I do have, you know, other interest. I love to read. I love to make soaps, which soap making, you know, once you make a batch, and I have, maybe I should have kept to the molds that only made like a 2-pound soap. Because now I make like a 5-pound soap. So that lasts me a long time. Although, what did I figure? I have 8 soaps going at a time, which is half a loaf at a time. So that's pretty good. And I love making shampoo bars and conditioner bars. I got to start making lotions. And that again, like I'll just make a small batch, because how much lotion do I need, right? Oh, I just hit, I'm telling you, you're literally between me and the canvas. I hit the thingamajig with my glasses. Okay. So, ooh, I have a set of Ohuhu markers that are coming in. Oh, it's so funny. I was watching a video this morning and the Ohuhu commercial came on, you know, like on YouTube. And I was like, oh my goodness, I watched the whole thing. The guy is so funny. And those markers are made in Honolulu. And they have a store in BC, I think. And I think it's because it's probably close to, you know, the closest to ship to or air to or whatever. And anyway, I think I'm a fan of those markers. I'm definitely a fan of the prices. $1 a marker. Hello. Now, do I wish I could have bought the 320 package right away? Heck yeah. But, you know, it's good to wait for stuff. I think we're in a society now that everything is instant gratification, right? You want a book? No problem. Ebook, instant download. You want a game? Like before, kids had to pre-order games, wait months and months and months and months and months for the game. Then we'd have to drive to the store when it would be released, and then they would get it, right? So they would, like, we would have to wait. Now it's like, oh, the game is released, instant download. No waiting, you know, except for the release, because they they talk about it for months so that they build up a, oh, I need to have it kind of thing. But apart from that, there's not too much waiting, right, for stuff. So, talking about waiting, I thought Bridgerton and the House of Dragons were dropping the same night. No, Bridgerton is today. So I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to do all my work. I have a live, so that's, part of my work. I'm going to do my work, and then I have to read. So I'm going to have to force myself and not listen to it right away and read. And then I'm going to sit down and watch Bridgerton. I can't wait. It's probably only 4 episodes, but that's okay. I'll only watch one a day, and I'll probably end up watching all 8. I started watching Sweet Magnolias last night. It looks like it's really good. It's got 3 seasons. I only watch 1 episode. Like I said, usually I only watch 1 episode, a day, because I want to make sure that I read. So I finished Chain of Gold last night, and I have the second book already, and it was available on my library right away. So I'm like, you know what? I like to read the physical book for a while, and then my hands get tired, my wrist gets tired. So then I like to have the library book too, right? So I'm going to do both. Read a bit from my physical book, and then when I'm tired, read a bit from my ebook. And I even have the audiobook. So if I get really tired, but I'm super interested, then I put the audiobook on, and then I read along on my ebook or my book. So but before I start The Women from Kristen Hanna, because that's another big book, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do another big book like right away. I think I'm going to read The Secret Gift from Bethany Atazada, and it's the last book in the series. It's 299 pages. So I think I'm going to read that. And then there's another one that I got free on Prime. I think it's called Never Have I Ever. I think that's what the name of it. Oh no, it's We Are Never Getting Back Together. That's what it is. So that's only 231 pages. So I might read those 2 pages, because I still have, or 2 books, because I still have like 15 days, 16 days left on The Women. So I can take 4 or 5 days to just read some quick books, and then I'll dive into The Women and finish that, or start and finish that. And I didn't know, I guess it's about women that helped during, I think it was the Vietnam War that I read. So I know it's going to be heavy too. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. So I just want to read a couple of fluffy books, for the next few days. Quick books, feel like I'm getting, stuff accomplished, done. And then I'm going to read that one. And once I'm done that, I will, and that's probably one maybe that I'll only do like 50 pages a day. So as long as I have 10 days left, and I mean, if I get at the end and I'm like, ooh, I'm getting close. Usually I try to read books so that I can return it fast. I just need another drink of my coffee, especially if I see, you know, a lot of people waiting or whatever. In the women, there's tons, but they have a lot of copies. And I think, you know, there's 15 women per copy or something like that. And they have like 10 copies. So, but I'll probably still read it in like 5 or 6 days. So even if I wait 5 days, you know, I just need a break. I need a break. And I kept pushing it, you know, let the next person read it. And let the next person read it. And I knew I was going to be able to read it within the 21 days. So I'm like, okay, I need to read that, because the next one is The Will of Many. And that's like 700 pages. So I'm like, okay, they were going to come due the same time. And I'm like, I can't have 700 pages and almost 500 pages. And at the time I was reading Chain of Gold, which was almost 600 pages. And The Shadow Rising, which is 1,000. And I'm like, okay, this is too much. This is too much for the brain. Too much for the brain. So I pushed The Will of Many till I think the end of June, beginning of July. So that'll be one of the big books that I read in July. Plus, I'll probably read the last Chain of Gold. So that'll be my 2 big books. I don't want to do more than 2 big books a month, right? The rest, I want to do like 300 pages. Because otherwise, I'll only do like 3 books a month if they're all like crazy big. So that's why I'm going to wait on the 5th book of The Wheel of Time till August. I can't believe. And now I'm like, oh, you're 1 book ahead of schedule, where I was like 6. But it's because I'm reading big books. So that's why I'm kind of taking a break of the big books. And I'm going to read a few. And it's not going to damage my average, because I just read a 1,000-page book and a 600-page book. So I think I'm good. So even if I read a 300-page book and a 230-page book, it's not going to mess up my average. I just need a break from big books. Okay. This month, if I do read the next Cassandra Clare, it'll be like 4 big books in June. So, but I find the Cassandra Clare books, even though and the next one is 700 pages. But they read quick. I love the fast pace. And I love, no spoilers, but I love that it's following kids of the characters that I loved in the, it's not in the main Shadowhunter world. It's the side series with Will, Tessa, and Jem. Oh, I love them. And they're still in it. They're not the main characters, but they're still in it. So I love it. 37. So we're going to do 7, which is 37, which is DMC 900. So we want to finish this today. So hopefully it won't be too much over the hour and a half. I don't think so. I think it'll be the hour and a half. Maybe even we'll be able to start the next section a little bit. That'd be great, because then it helps for the next time, which I'm going to have Monday and Tuesday off and Friday next week. So I'll probably do Monday and Friday, something like that, you know, because then then at least I feel like there's time in between, you know, for the chitter chatter. Oh yeah, I have to remember, I have to go. I didn't do it this morning. I was supposed to go water stuff as soon as I get up, but that's okay. Before I go upstairs, I'm gonna go water all my little babies. I never thought in a million years that I would be a gardener. Never have I ever. Saying that a while ago. Never. But I love it. I love it. And I think it's because it's raised beds. Did it cost us a little bit more? Yes. But I can sit on the side of the bed. I have to weed a little bit. I'm not going to do that today, I don't think. Maybe this afternoon. Maybe this afternoon I can take, it's only going to take, I don't know, maybe half hour. There's only one bed really, or two beds that I need to do that. It's the two beds that I planted my garlic in. There's a little bit of weed, so I need to do that. Oh, maybe I can ask Dave to pick up, because we forgot last night to pick up some organic stuff. I guess I can put stuff in my water thing, and because I have seaweed and fish fertilizer, and you put it in your water and you fertilize everything. So I need some of that. I have blood meal, so I could put a little bit of blood meal on my tomatoes. Actually, I could put blood meal. I think it's my garlic that needs it right now. So garlic needs, they're heavy feeders. So it's been 2 weeks, so I'm gonna go and feed them with blood meal. I have a little bit left, so I'll get him to grab some. And we need some seaweed compost because I want to put it around my rhubarb, which my rhubarb did nothing this year, but I only planted it last year. So, but I'm going to put some seaweed compost around it. Dave put some the other day, but he put it in the whole bed, and I'm like, no, it was just for the rhubarb, so he only put a little bit. I'm like, no, 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 no. I wanted to put like the whole bag there. So, and my mother-in-law has a little bit next door. She passed away in 2017, but so we're going to transplant some from there to my bed this fall, because you can plant it in the fall or in the spring. So I think I'm going to get him to maybe get, I don't know, 3 bags of seafood compost. We'll use one right now, and then in the fall when we plant the other ones in that bed, because I want to put it in a bed. I want to put like 2 bags of seafood compost in there, or maybe 3, I don't know. Because I think I want, eventually what I want is a bed of rhubarb, a bed of strawberries, and in the fall, I want to plant a bed or 2 of garlic. It depends on how they do this year, right? They seem to be doing good, but that doesn't tell me the size of the bulb, right? But I think the number of leafage says how many cloves you have, but I don't know how big they're going to be or anything like that. So we will see. Okay, so we're going to do number 6 now, which is DMC 815. Okay. So, yeah. This is going to be... Yeah, so I want a bed or two of garlic. So we're gonna keep adding 3 beds every year until I'm like, yep, I'm happy. We have a big backyard. Might as well have garden in it and be making food for us, right? We still haven't planted potatoes and that kind of stuff. So I was kind of wondering if I should do potatoes in those bags. Why not? I was gonna buy some this year, but I forgot some arrows over there. Oh well. I'll do after I'm done number 6. I was gonna do it maybe in bags, but I didn't do that. So maybe that can be next year. I put it on my wish list. So hopefully by next year, you know, I can buy them before the time, and then we'll get them filled and plant the potatoes in time and all that good stuff. So, and I want one of those towers for my herbs. So that's the plan for next year. I want to get another rack too with lights, because by next year I'll want to plant even more starters. For sure, for sure. Okay, let's do the arrow down, which was 30, right? Yep. Let's get that done. Let's get that done. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this, and then I'm hoping to get lots of tomatoes this year. Like, we didn't crowd the tomatoes like we did last year. So, and they did well last year. So I'm hoping we're gonna do 310. I'm hoping that we get lots of tomatoes. I should start buying jars so that I have lots of jars. I hope that produce place that I was telling you about, they've only put the raspberries on once at a good deal. So I hope they do it again. Yesterday I forgot to look while we were at soccer. And while we were at soccer, they got a truck full of strawberries for $8 for 8 1 pound or 2 pound strawberries for $8. I would have definitely grabbed some. I want to make some freezer jam. And I want to make some, well, Mason comes here. I'm teaching him, or me and my husband are teaching him how to make his own smoothies. So what I want to do is make him with these, you know, really cheap fruits. I want to make him packages of fruits, seal them. We have one of those sealers, right? Seal them in the right amount for him to be able to make a smoothie. And I always buy like the protein powder in the big containers from Costco. And then I can give him a little container of it. And then we can buy him his own little NutriBullet or whatever. Buy him some pineapple juice. He can let us know when he runs out, and we can, you know, we buy it at Costco, or when it's like $1 container. Then I buy the big yogurt from Costco, which is like $10 for a big bag. Tip, I freeze it into ice cubes, because we can't go through a big bag like that quickly, and it's only $9.99 for the big bag, so it's worth buying that, but we can never go through it. So I started freezing it into ice cubes, and then you throw that in your smoothie. Well, it's the best because it's frozen, so it makes your smoothie thicker, which we don't like a thin smoothie. Like, we like a thick smoothie. Perfect. Mason said, this is the best smoothie, right? So, yes, we're just waiting. So if we can get more raspberries, I'll put more of those up. And then the bananas are always a good price at Costco. So we're going to buy them, wait till they're just, good and ripe, not overripe, but ripe. And then we'll freeze them with the rest of the fruit in chunks. And we'll wait. Hopefully they have the truckloads of blueberries too. So we'll make them little packages. And then during the winter, he can make, before a hockey practice, he can make himself a smoothie before a hockey practice. And it'll be nice and nutritious. It'll fill him up before hockey, but not something too heavy. And then he'll have energy for hockey. So that is our plan for that. 310 is done. Woot woot. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna do you, which is a container 48. It's a nice purple. And DMC 3608. Oof, there's not a lot of that. Don't want to waste that. So that's our plan for the fruits. Now my mom brought me some rhubarb, but man, I used half of it that first day she brought some. So that's why I want my own. I want to be able to put away enough for a year, So for the whole winter, and we'll probably go get some fresh strawberries too, because it's fun to, pick. We just won't have to get like $60 worth, right? Because we'll have gotten some good deal stuff to put up for the freezer. So I hope they have some more for sure. And then I want to do my own strawberries and whatever peppers I get. I ended up planting all sweet peppers except for jalapenos. And for the first time ever, I did tomatillos. We never even had that before, but I'm like, hey, we didn't have any of the other kinds of peppers last year, but we love them. And that's the only 2 other peppers that I planted, just because we didn't have the space this year. We'll do 3 more next year, and I don't know. Maybe I can talk Dave into getting stuff like in February, getting some wood in February. Because then maybe if you can start building them like earlier. It's just that he won't have time to build all those, right? We just have so much going on. But we'll see. Okay, we'll do that, which is 18, which is DMC 600. And there's some over here and over there, so. Okay, well, we're doing some pretty good progress. It's been almost 40 minutes. And we got, oh, what is that? Wrong color. We got almost that little section all finished. We got number 5 done. That's it. So yeah. See, I love to read a lot, right? But sitting down and reading takes a lot of time. So I decided, and I know some people say, oh, audiobook, it's just not reading. But, if you have a lot of other stuff to do and you want to get done, then it's a form of consuming books. So, because what I'm going to do, like I said, I want to empty out my fridge, and that'd be the perfect thing. You put an audiobook on and you just get it done, And yes, I want to film it, but I'm going to film real time for the first 5 minutes just talking about my plan of action and that kind of stuff. And then the rest is going to be like voiceovers. So I can be listening to a book, or when my produce starts coming in and I need to put it up, I can just stick an audiobook on. And then that way I feel like I'm doing two things at once, right? I'm getting two things done at once. When I'm stamping, or not really stamping, well, stamping too, but coloring, I listen to audiobooks. And I've been doing a lot of coloring lately. I did some more coloring yesterday, which was fun. I did one little girl. One thing I noticed, it's taken me 1 hour per character. So now we're going to do number 5, which is 19. 19, I'm being very careful. And it's DMC 602. And that too, oh, my Lanta, there's not a lot. Don't want to waste that. So, yeah. I did one little girl with Copics yesterday. Now I'm going to do another little girl today with the same girl with Ohuhu markers. And every day I go upstairs and I re-stamp the ones that I did with India ink. So I watched the video, which that came in handy. I watched the video and then I'm like, okay, I would need to redo this one, this one, this one. So I do like 3 or 4 every day because I've already spent a lot of time on that, right? So I need to move on to other stuff. So if I do 3 to 5 every day, then it's gonna get done. We're gonna do number 3, which is container number 12, which is DMC 351. Not a lot of this one too, and there's a lot of 3s there. Yee. So yes, I get those done. I'm not gonna throw the other ones out. The middle one has a little burr here, so I'm gonna take that one out. I threw it back in my container. So I'm doing, where did I put that? I must have pulled the other one out without even noticing. Oh, that was weird. There's another one with a burr. So I'm getting those re-stamped. I'm keeping them because, and I put a P on it on the page because that tells me I need to color it with pencils or watercolor because it is water resistant, so I could do watercolors, but so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to try. I forgot to count how many of them I stamped. Now I have more stamps, but I don't think I'm going to stamp any more until I actually, well, this is not working well at all. So we're not going to do the 3. Probably needs refill. Until I get quite a bit done. Oh my goodness, I got a new bullet journal for that. I nearly fell on my butt because last time I bought some of those, I bought the Amazon basic ones and I checked my order and I paid $15 for 3. I got 3 bullet journals, the dot ones, black cover, but who cares? They're $15 each now. Come on. So anyway, I found some that were 2 for $20. So I didn't need 2, but I'm like, I'm not paying $24 for one or $15 for one when I can get 2 for $20. So I got a pink one and a black one. So I'm using the pink one I stamp the image of the stamp. And then beside it, I make a little square, and then I put on top, you know, that I color it in Copic, blah, blah, blah. So I stamp that there, and then I color the girl in on, you know, the ones that I stamped. I cut it out, and then I take non-permanent adhesive, and I glue it over top. And then I put some micro glaze on the finished one so that, because I've seen some people where their Copic transferred, like make like a yellowing hue on the other side of the page, and I didn't want that, so I covered it with my, and I don't want that on my scrapbook page when I do use it. So did I do that one today? No, I must have missed that yesterday. I'm just looking at that one there. It's number 16, so we'll do that one right now, just get it over with. So I'm doing that, and that is fun. I did 2 already that are in that little book, and then I'm going to keep doing that. And then when I'm ready to have a little girl, I can just flip through that and pick a little girl that I want for my scrapbook page. We're gonna do the L, which is container 51, which is 3799. So that is fun. I'm enjoying that. The problem is now I could color all day, every day. You know what? I'm going to grab my wax and I'm gonna redo the back because I wanna be able to do the 3 for a little bit. We're at 50 minutes. So we still have quite a bit of time, but I want to make sure to get this done. This one here. So that is, I'm enjoying doing that. So that's going to be a new series here on YouTube. So if you like stamping or coloring, I have to say I'm no expert. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm liking the results. I'm having fun. Should I, you know, or I don't know. They just had a Copic class here a couple weekends ago. I don't know. I'm not that serious about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here having fun. And just to show that, you know, you don't need to be a professional. You can just have fun and color those little girlies in. So yesterday I went to the dollar store and I found some little stamps. And the other one I was like, I got a third one, but I can't remember. It's more butterflies and it has little birds on it. Hummingbirds, that's the bird, little hummingbirds. So I'm like, oh, love those. So, oh, there's a couple more L up there. So that's the problem, eh? I was like, oh, I need to use those because I haven't used them and, you know, I bought them, so I need to use them. So now I'm like, ooh, I need more stamps. No, you don't. No, you don't. So number 8 is container 14. 14, and it's DMC 413. Okay. After that mishap yesterday, putting the wrong color on the number, or I guess it was Y, so on the letter, on the wrong symbol. I mean, it was blue, so it was close enough, you know. I wasn't gonna undo all that, like, nope. I don't think you can even tell it was here. Close enough. So now I'm being extra careful. So yeah, I'm like, oh, I want some more stamps, please. It's like, no, you don't need it. You want it, but you don't need it. So I'm going to use the ones that I have. I must have stamped close to 50. So you need to use those 50 stamps first. And like I said, I have more. The other ones are dolls too, but they are kind of different. I like them too. I think I'm gonna enjoy coloring them, but I think I like the ones that I stamped a little bit more. So I'm glad I bought them when I did, because some of the companies I went and checked and they're no longer producing stuff. So I'm glad I got the stamps that I did. They're super cute. Okay. Done. Let's do that one here. I like to finish kind of a little section. So that's 47. It's 2 dots and it's DMC 3371. 3371. Okay. Okay. Voila. Okay. And yeah. So we'll get that all colored in. I think like that series just started this week. So that was video number 1. And that's how I keep track. Okay, so that was container 47. There's the 2 dots. All done. I stopped talking when I do it because after what happened yesterday, and it's such a time waster, right? Such a time waster. So I don't want to waste any more time. So what's going to be next? I can't believe I didn't do that one. Although technically it's on the bottom one. So I guess let's do, is that O? Yes, O, which is container 41, which is DMC 935. Oof, not a lot of those too. Not a lot of those too. So yes, I put out my, like the first video a couple days ago now. And I think I'm working on video number 6. So just to show you how obsessed I am with it. I'm working on it every day, even the days that I have Lexi, where I don't have the brain power to kind of do a video where I'm talking. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm spent. I can put the recording on, put a video or audiobook on, and then I can color. So I'm doing that, and then I can sit too. Okay, this is not working. Wow. Which normally the 3 one is usually the one that gives me the less trouble, but we'll make it work. So yeah, I'm working on video 6. Now, I haven't voiced over all of them and everything, but I've downloaded the video to my computer. I've, you know, made a file for it, if you will, on my iMovie. And I got it all ready, because a lot of times I have to edit because my head is in the way. Like my head is in the shot, so I have to like zoom in a little bit. And so they're all ready for me to do the voiceover, which same thing with voiceover. I can't do 6 voiceover in one day. I just can't. So that's why it's good that it's kind of done ahead of time, because I can do at least 2. So next week's video is already there, uploaded to go, because that one is showing you all the stamped image. all the stamp images that I got done for this round, round number 1. Okay, now we'll do the arrows, which is 24. What was that, 41? There was one that was left, but there's not a lot. So I'm gonna put it back in the container. So arrow is number 24, which is DMC 728. So that's probably what I'll do in between this and maybe my first video. Maybe I'll get my page ready and then I'll color another little girl because then it'll give my voice a rest. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just gonna do the one. I'll color the little girl to give myself a little break. Well, first I'm gonna water my stuff. Then I gotta feed. I gotta come up with a name for my starter. I wanna name her. I want it to be a her. I wanna name her. And I don't know. I wanna name her for sure. And, oh, I want to do sourdough videos too. That's all going to be part of my cooking. Because a lot of people online make it sound like it's, oh, it's so hard. It is not. It is not. It's so, okay, we want to do A, which is 26, which is DMC 783. So that's another thing, you know, I want to do right from making a starter with you from start to finish. So I already have a starter. So when I do the videos, I'm gonna have to do another starter, right? Instead of just saying, I wanna show. So that is a video that's probably gonna take a few weeks because, well, maybe if I start it in the summer, it won't be so bad because I started mine in the winter and it took a good, people say, oh, it's ready in 7 days. No, it's not. Not a good starter. And it's not that it's difficult. You just need patience, right? Just need patience. But maybe in the summer where it's warmer, and I found a trick too, so I'll share that trick with you guys. But maybe in the summer, it would become active faster. So now we're gonna do this arrow, which is container number 5, which is DMC 300, and there's only like 4. So I don't need to take out a whole bunch. We'll just do the 4. So that's, you know, videos that are gonna take a long time. Before I start my sourdough, you know, recipes, I wanna do that video first. So, and I did some testing. I did some testing with rye and I did all that. And I can share with you my experience. Not necessarily that I'll, you know, do it again because it does, all those testing takes time. 38, we're gonna do that. 38, which is DMC 904. But I can say, you know, I tried this. You can try it if you want, but this was, you know, my results. And I'll tell you right now, unbleached flour, for me, is the best. Is the best. I did bread flour. I did adding rye, like they said. Oh, they said if you have trouble, you know, rising or whatever, or becoming active, use rye. I did rye. I saw no difference. Actually, I found that my unbleached, and I wasn't putting a lot there. I was putting like 10 grams and I found like it was stunting it. And I did it for like 3 weeks. So it's not as if I didn't do it for long enough. So things like that, you know, like I'm doing a bunch of testing. We're gonna do now tea, which is container 35, which is DMC 895. So I'm doing all that fun stuff. off camera, but then I can tell you my experience. But the best way for anything is for you to try your own experience, right? But so I'm having fun with my sourdough. We don't buy bread from the store anymore. It took us a little bit. Took me a minute to convince my husband that I was going to continually do it. Because what I do is like today I looked and we're halfway through the bread. Well, today I'm gonna make the leaven. I'll make the bread and I'll stick it in the fridge. It's good there for, I wouldn't do it more than 5 days, rising in the fridge. And it's fermenting that makes it have the health benefits. So the longer it stays in the fridge, the more it ferments and the more health benefits you get from it. So once I did 7 days, only because my sister-in-law wanted to know how to make it. And she, we picked a date and I was like, ooh, this is close to blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm just gonna wait. Don't wait 7 days. It was too much. We still ate it. It was super sour, but it was starting to get hard around the edges, like even when it was not cooked. So I wouldn't do that. Okay, let's do that one, which is container 20, which is DMC 640. Oh, we're definitely gonna finish it. It's funny how at first it's like, it doesn't look like we're getting anywhere, and then all of a sudden it's closing in. So having fun with that, having fun with the garden, having fun with my diamond painting. I'm doing, I'm just on track for my books, but I'm still having fun reading. Once in a while I make soaps. Like I said, I'm gonna do some research and try to make some creams and stuff. Maybe some facial toners. I have all the stuff to make everything, so why not? And in the fall, I make hockey wax for the kids. Like maybe I'll make that this summer. So when hockey starts, I'm ready. It's done. Is container number 4. Maybe I can start making the layouts too for the towels and the banners and all that. And then if all I have to do is plug in the name and numbers, it'll save me, because it's actually designing it on the computer, like on Canva, that takes me forever. So it's a good thing that it would be a good thing if I do it ahead of time. Did I say this was DMC 208? I don't think I did. And when I was doing my cleanup of my room, I said, oh, this is my sublimation printer. And I just used like a regular Epson, because if you try to buy a sublimation printer, cha-ching. I mean, I still paid like $300 for my printer, which is, not cheap, but it wasn't like $3,000. And it's good enough for what I do, right? So somebody said, oh, can you make videos? And I can certainly make a video. It's not going to be till the fall, because like I said, I do that for Mason's hockey team. So usually what I do is in the summer, I watch for the towels. I put them on my Amazon wish list. I wait for them to go on sale, and I buy some towels, and I make towels for the boys. I have little bags to put their stuff in, like their socks and all that, to separate them from their hockey gear. And I make that, so I put that on my wish list, and if it goes on sale, then I purchase it. This year I made them t-shirts. I don't know if I'll be able to do that all the time, but I made them t-shirts this year. Okay, container 53, which is DMC 3837. 3837. Okay. 3837, okay. Which is the arrow up here. I'm so used to once in a while grabbing for the 3 that I do it without thinking, even though I said I'm not doing it anymore. I still do it. I find it's usually at the end because I'm like, okay, I don't want to stop, but I'm kind of done for the day. Oh, this one has a burr, so we'll get that off and we'll grab another one. We'll put that one there. We still have like 25 minutes, so we should be able to start the next one. So yeah, and what else did I make them? I made them t-shirts. I made them water bottles. That didn't work with the sublimation. I gotta find, I bought waterproof stickers, but it still didn't work very well. I gotta find a better way to make the water bottles a little bit more permanent, you know? So I gotta find how that's done. Because the water bottles were actually affordable to get on Amazon, you know? So we'll do that. And what else? Let me see. Banners. What was that? Shoot. Arrow up, so it's 53. Yes. I totally forgot what I was working on. That's how I messed up yesterday. Okay, and it's usually, no, yeah, yesterday was almost at the end. 10, which is DMC 327. I think I'll put the container on that side, not with the other ones. And then that way, less chance of messing up. And then when I fill it, I'll put it either back. I don't know why I don't put it back in the container. It's kind of awkward where it is too, you know? So that's probably why. Okay. Oops. Get that done. Is there any more? No. Now we're going to do H, which is container 17. Oops. That kind of went flying above the container. A few fell out, not much. 4 or 5. But we're going to pick them up anyway. Okay, what did I say? Container 17. And it's DMC 550. DMC 550. Oh, there's a bit of those here. I don't know if I've ever used that color yet. I don't think so. I think this is those two here because those containers are kind of full. So I'm thinking, I don't see any purple because it was blue at the top. The purple is just starting now. So those two colors is probably the first time I used them, which is fun. I love purple. Even in scrapbooking, I don't find I use purple enough, but I find that companies don't make purple in their stuff very much. Oh, the sun is trying to peek through. I didn't go walking yesterday. Have to go walking today. I have to. I'm going to see. I'm going to ask Dave, are you going to come home on time? Because then we'll go together. And if not, I can go by myself. I can go do a 3.5 since I didn't do yesterday. And then if he wants to go again, I can do a 4K with him. Then it's like I did 7.5K in one day. Kind of slack last week, and I probably did like 15K, but I still feel like I slacked. And I didn't keep up in writing it in my thing too, and now I don't know if I can remember, you know what I mean, what I did. So, not good. I have to remember to do it every day. Maybe that can be my, and you know what? I wasn't, writing whether I took my vitamin, and this week, I think we're Thursday, and I think I might have taken my vitamin twice. And I have to take it every day. I think I mentioned that before, but when they tested my vitamin D once, they said I had traces of vitamin D. So my doctor said you should take vitamin D 1 a day in the summer and twice in the winter, because in the summer you're out a little bit more. And another one I want to start taking is vitamin B12. We went to Costco the other day because you can get 2 bottles for $23. And they didn't have any of that one there. They had another kind, but it was $23 for just 1 bottle, half the vitamins. So I'm like, well, wait. I might get the one on Amazon that's $9.99, which has, I don't know, maybe 150 instead of, but I think Dave is going to start taking them too. So we kind of need the 2 bottle. Okay, so of course I didn't put the container over there, but it was by itself, so we're good. Let's do pea. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that the pea's the last one. Wow. And we have 11. We have 15 minutes left. Oh my goodness. We're gonna start the next one because that's 15 minutes ahead for next time, right? Okay. 15 minutes. Okay, I'm finding a lot of burrs, and that they were known for not having good quality diamonds. I know they've switched them again, so maybe now they're better quality, but I'm not finding these are that awesome. Like, I have quite a few there that I'm gonna have to throw out at the end. I think in all the time that I've been doing diamond painting, I think I've only finished 3. Not a good average. That's why I'm like, I'm not buying anymore. I'm looking to see if there's any peas. Let's bring it up. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna have to push it along here. Let's see if there's any peas. No peas, so we can put the pea away. Because I thought, maybe I can start with pea, but nope. It's okay. Let's start with this one here, and I'm pretty sure I have this out already. Yes, number 10. 10, 10, 10, which is DMC 327. So this time we're gonna start like over here and move our way in because we're going this way. So we got 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Let's see how much we get done. Did I say the DMC? 327, if I didn't. So I just have to take a second here and unroll. There, one more, because it might not have affected you. Yeah, it kind of did. But my canvas wasn't over the light and it was blinding me. So I'm like, okay, I have to unroll that. We have to unroll. So my goal this year is to finish this one. And that's why, if you're wondering why, you know, I'm doing 2 a week. Well, a couple of reasons why I'm doing 2 a week. I was behind because there's a few weeks that I skipped because of life, you know. So now I'm kind of playing catch up, although I think this is 23. So, and we're in June. So 4 times 5, that'd be 15. No, 20. I was right, 20. And, well, wait, let's count June like it was finished. So it'd be 24. So at the end of June, I should be at 24, and this is 23. So I'm caught up. I am caught up, but sometimes there's like 5, right? 5 weeks. So I'm pretty much caught up, which would, you know, just that in itself is huge. So this was number 10. Where did I put it? Where's container number 10? Am I done? Let's make sure. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm pretty much caught up, but I need to make sure that I get ahead. Okay, so this is arrow up. Arrow up is 53. 53, which is DMC 3837. Oh, the sun is fully out now. What? But my plants are definitely, it's still early. So my plants are gonna definitely need to be watered before I move on to my next thing. Have a live at 1. So I'll probably only have time to film one thing, but that's okay, because I'll get my page ready that I want to get done. Because I might as well do the coloring first, because I left everything out so that I could do the second girl right away. It's the same girl, but with different markers right away. I can do them right away. I put the markers away in the container. I just left everything else there. So I want to do that. So I'll probably only have time to do that before my live. I'm going to do the live, and then I'll do the page for Patreon. Then I'll probably go for my walk, although it's going to be hot by that point. I should go before. Oh man. The dilemma. Just have so much to do, and it's like, when do I do the things? When do I do all the things? What I should tell Dave is say, you know what, when the baby's not here, the days that the baby's not here, we should still get up at 7, because we're used to it, we're awake, but literally go for a walk. And he can go, you know, before he goes to work, and then he can have a shower, right, before he goes to work. And then that way, even if he works late, at least we got that done. At least we got our walk in. And then at night, if we feel like going for another walk, then we can do, you know, another walk. We could do 4 in the morning, 3 at night, or whatever. you know, you still get the health benefits because as long as you do 30 minutes, you're good to go. So if you do it twice, then you're even doing better. Spread it out a little bit. Okay. So I was asking Katie, I don't know, Lexi's eye, I know he said 4 weeks, so it's only been a week, so I guess it's been a week. It's not as big, but it's red, man. Poor little peanut. And then she kind of got a little cold, so her nose is stuffy, so you have to, you know, take the the snot out of her nose, and then you have to do her eye, and she's just like, oh, leave me alone. Poor little peanut. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm like, I hate it too, Lexi, I hate it too. I just say, I'm sorry, Peanut, I'm sorry, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So number 4, which is RR, which is DMC 208. I think this is a new color too. Oh, there's a couple R here. Oh, there was arrows up here. Oh, wow. And there was the other ones too. Darn it. Oh, well. Whatever. I'll do it next time. So R. I was kind of concentrating to do as much as possible on this side, but I guess in a way it's going to be good because it's going to stick okay. If I just concentrate on one area. Okay, this is not lined up at all. I know they line up once I do the rest, so that's why I'm not too fussy about that. Okay. Okay, done with the R's. I still double check every time. So that's R. I think I'm gonna do that one there because it's kind of like up there. It's bugging me. 49, and it's DMC 3782. That's the one that I said, I didn't do that one. And I was like, oh, well, it's on the other side. I'm doing it now. And there's some here, and I don't think that'll prevent my parchment or whatever it is, wax paper, to stick on. I'm gonna do the next part on Monday anyway. Don't think I'll be able to finish it on Monday because I only, you know, this is 1.5 hours, I think, is what I calculated. So 3 hours to do a section like this. So where today I only did half an hour on it, you know, I'll have a good section done. And that means that the next time after that, I'll have, you know, maybe only maybe an hour. Because if I do an hour and a half next time, half an hour, so that'll be 2 hours. So the first hour, we'll be doing this. And then the same half hour there. It's just almost never worked out that it's been 1.5 hours like straight with this. Okay. Get this done. I don't know about you, but when there's sunshine, I have so much energy. I was thinking about that this morning. You know, they say when you get up in the morning, make your bed first thing because then it just sets your day off right. you know, and then, you know, get dressed right away, which by the way, I'm still in my PJs, but I get dressed as soon as I'm done this, right? Before I go upstairs, I'm dressed. My bed is already made. Pretty much all the dishes are in the dishwasher. The only thing that I didn't do was a couple things needed like soaking. So I put them to soak before this. And I don't know if I'll do them before I go upstairs. I need to do my starter, so I might, it will literally only take me like not even 3 minutes to put everything in. So I might as well do it because I got to do my starter anyway. And that creates a little bit of dishes, which I'm going to put, you know, in the dishwasher. So then I might as well do the rest. So if those things are done, I find like your day is kind of set off to start right, you know? It's like, I don't know if you remember the fly lady. She would say every night, wash your sink, you know? So that means in order to wash your sink, your dishes need to be put away in the dishwasher, right? So, and then if your sink is clean in the morning, then it sets you off right. My problem, I tried to switch to do my, what do you call it? My starter at night. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at night, even though it only takes like 5 minutes. I'm so tired at night. We're gonna do 21, and that will probably, which is DMC 642, which will probably be the last one because I have 4 minutes left. I tried to do it at night, my sourdough starter, and I can't. I'm just so tired by the end of the day. My brain can't function. And you know what? I cook. So Dave does the dishes. And unfortunately, not very often. He's tired too at the end of the night. So he'll do like half and leave half on the counter, which I'm like, it's 15 minutes. But anyway, whatever. It takes him a whole lot longer than 15 minutes. He's pretty slow. Takes me 15 minutes to do the dishes, but some nights I have a little bit more energy and I'm like, and usually there's not a lot because whatever I used to cook, I put away in the dishwasher as I'm cooking. So there's none of that. It's basically just like our plates and stuff, you know, and glasses, you know, that kind of stuff. There's not a lot. But so first thing in the morning, usually he'll, you know, put the dishes in the dishwasher. Now, if it's full, I tell him, you know, if it's a day that I'm filming, I'm like, don't put the dishwasher on because I'm filming. And I film on my counter here in the kitchen, so it would be pretty loud. So I'm like, don't put it on because I need to film. There's a little burr. No, I didn't do too much on this here, but you know, it was enough. It was enough. It's a good little start to next time. Good little start to next time. Okay. That's it. This is the last few, I believe. I have a few there. But we're going to end it here for today. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.